Coco Gauff propels Team USA to the quarterfinals of the United Cup. Taylor Fritz said it best. I 100% believe Coco will get the job done. And this video is brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use of Fair Dealing in the Digital Millennium Mac. I'm your host, Get Energy. Welcome to Tennis in a Minute. Donna Vekic, one of the hardest hitters on tour, but not today, ladies and gentlemen. Now, she's amazing. Let's not forget, she won the silver medal at the Paris Olympics this past summer. But let's go back to the Japan Olympics. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, where Coco had to withdraw because she had COVID. Now, this was before the reign, the dominance of Iga Swiatek, and headed into those Japan Olympics, we thought two players in particular would win a medal. That was Osaka, and that was Coco. Yes, a younger Coco. Remember, guys, this was before Iga's dominance. Coco, we all thought she would win a medal there, but she had to withdraw. And she said she felt so disappointed, but she received a lot of comfort from a lot of the other players on tour. And we all know what happened this past summer, right? Very disappointing performance there. But the tour is going to be in trouble as long as Coco continues to serve like this. 4 aces, 3 double faults. We can live with that, ladies and gentlemen. Very consistent with the first serve. Look, just under 80% solid performance. And you can see there the error differential. 7 more errors for Donna Vekic in the second set was a runaway, ladies and gentlemen. But this concerns me. And I think the tour should be very scared, because when Coco Gauff starts making these ladies on tour look old, and that's it. Look, no disrespect to Donna Vekic, but this is the part where I give my own fair criticism. Donna Vekic, she held in there in some of these rallies and exchanges. She hung in the pocket there with those deep rallies. But overall, the way she was exhausted out there, yes, it's early in the season. I understand that. But compared to Coco's conditioning, and we all know this, when it comes to stamina, she has the best stamina on tour. She has the best defense on tour, the best footwork. She's the fastest player on tour, the best backhand on tour. We're starting to see Coco separate herself from the level of competition on tour. And that's going to be scary, because what's going to happen is these ladies in their mid-20s, upper 20s, they're going to start to look like they're just old playing against Coco. And these younger players, they're not going to have the experience to really hang and compete with Coco. So what's going to happen is we're going to see a widening of the skill level, and we're going to see a gap start to form. And I think, in my personal opinion, I think this is the start. This is the start, the beginning of the reign of Coco Gauff. This is the beginning. We are looking at it coming from the Chinese part of the tour, where she literally could have had the opportunity. She didn't blow another match with double faults against Sabalenka to just dominate that Chinese portion of the tour. Had it full steam into Saudi Arabia, winning that. We are starting to see Coco turn, and look, much respect to Mr. Daly and her coaching staff, but we are starting to see Coco mature right in front of our eyes, and she is starting to make these ladies look like they don't even belong on the court with her. I think we're starting to see that. And yes, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, because look, it's a work in progress, right? It's a marathon, not a sprint. But we are Coco, the jump backhand, oh my goodness, when she starts that razzle and dazzle, she's comfortable, she's mentally focused, and she looks solid. The forehand looks good. And the serve, I'll be honest with you, watching Coco tonight, I have not seen, she only had 4 aces, 3 double faults. That's good. We can live with that. We can live with that. But the way she is, even the serve placement, her serve, even if she's not getting an ace, it's so powerful. The technique, the form, I'm loving everything I'm seeing out of the serve. And look, that's just goes to show You could be a great coach, but if you're the wrong coach for your player, it's not going to work out. Brad Gilbert's a great coach. We're not denying that. We know Brad Gilbert's an amazing coach. He was an amazing player. He was a very awkward player, right? Very unconventional, very good stamina, right? Which is, I thought that was a good fit with Coco in terms of how Brad had really good stamina, but he was just a very unconventional player. And I just think those type of unconventional players, I don't know if they necessarily make the great coaches, but I mean, he was a good coach for Agassi, but I just think a lot of that was really Agassi. I mean, Agassi was a great player to begin with, but I just feel it wasn't a good coaching matchup. And just looking at Coco's serve now, insane. The power she's blasting these serves with, and I mean the power's always been there. So I'm just gonna say just the renewed focus, the placement, the situational serving, and because the form and the technique's a lot better, the power, it's a lot easier to showcase it because the harder you serve, the harder it is to control. We know that. And Coco's serve was just all over the place. She was netting a lot. So what that told me was with a lot of the nets and the faults not even getting over the net was the lift. She had a problem with the lift, and I think the mechanics was she was putting a lot more power and aggression early in the serve, not getting that proper lift, which is why she was netting. But I'm telling you guys, the tour is going to be in trouble. I am telling you, I've been saying this for a very long time, and I think this is going to be one of those years. Let's be honest, Iga Swiatek's an amazing player, but she's reached her peak, in my opinion. This is my personal opinion, right? This is fair criticism. I think Iga's reached her peak. I don't think Iga's going to have another, two slam season. I don't think so. It's possible, but I think Iga's reached her peak. That's just my personal opinion. Even watching her work out with Sabalenka, it's just she looks a lot more. It's just, I don't know. Her game is just looking different. I don't know why, but it just doesn't look as fast. Her movement doesn't look as great, But again, it's early in the season. That could improve. But I think we're looking at the beginning reign of Coco. Right? Imagine if Coco plays Simona Halep right now. Simona Halep dominated Coco early on in those matchups when she was 16, actually starting at 15 at SW19 when that clash with Serena, everyone wanted to see that. Simona Halep took out Coco in the round of 16. Imagine if Coco plays Simona Halep now. And I think the matchmakers will give us that matchup, make it happen just to see Coco. And I think Coco probably bagels Simona Halep, probably a double bagel. Like if they played a healthy Simona Halep coming into the season right now, played Coco, before the knee and the shoulder injury or whatever, I think Coco gives Simona Halep a double bagel. And I think Coco really, really just blast Simona Halep off the court. That's just my personal opinion. But nonetheless, Team USA in the quarterfinal. That's a Jordan fist pump from Coco. And look, Coco's red hot. The tour better watch out. We got Alicia Parks coming up. A quick rundown. We got some scores on the day. We have tennis in Auckland. That's right, guys. Big game. Sophia Kenin. She gets the job done. She takes out Wong and Auckland. Now, Emma Raducanu looks like she withdrew. So I wanted to see her and Robin Montgomery. That's Coco's bestie, in case you don't know. That would have been a really good matchup. Now, I posed a question in the community. Who had, it's kind of funny, right? Who has the most U.S. Open slams? Well, I mean, technically it would be Robin Montgomery. She has 2, but, that's junior. So, but nonetheless, guys, let's start. Where do we want to start here? How about Auckland, right? We're in Auckland, New Zealand. Ann Lee takes out Sloane Stephens in 3 sets. Katie Volynets takes out Erica Andreeva. Look, we all know when Erica and Volynets play, it's going to go 3 sets, right? I told you that before. Not really great defensive players, more offensive minded, but overall, Volynets is a more consistent, better shot maker. She gets to win. Kenin defeats Wong in straight sets. Jacqueline Christian takes out Stardupseva. Congratulations there. Haley Baptiste, Coco told you to watch out for her. She takes out Jamrikova, however you say that name. She's pretty good, though, but Haley Baptiste is looking solid. I say it all the time. She's a young version of Ons. Maddie Patty takes out Lucia Bronzetti. Greet Minen takes out Friedsam. Jody Burge takes out Wong. And we got tennis in Brisbane. That's a good draw there. Polina Kudermetova takes out Xu Wang. Tadoni takes out Christina Buxa. I kind of knew that would happen. If Christina couldn't get to that deep ball, Tadoni's just going to be too much athletically. Yu Yan takes out our Rancer Rus, Potapova, and Bogdan. That was actually in the third set, but Potapova advances as Anna Bogdan had to retire, guys. We got Ans. He takes out Sasa Zhang. Actually, Ans plays Ekaterina tonight. That was last night. So Ans is going to play Ekaterina. But Dosa loses to Elena Avanisi, and that's disappointing because this, I think, was a make-or-break year. I mean, it's still early, but I think this is going to be a make-or-break year for Paula Badosa. But I do think Paula Badosa, once he gets it going, I think she's in a mentally better space than she was the last few years, couple years at least. I think she's in great conditioning. She looks to be in great shape to start the season. I think Paula Badosa possibly makes it back inside the top 10. I think she should be inside the top 10. She's good enough, at least the top 20 at minimum. Yulia Putintseva takes out McCartney Kessler in straight sets. Aston Kruger takes out Anna Kalinskaya. Sabalenka takes out Renata Zarazova. And Mirandreva destroys Anna Blinkova. This comes on the heels after Putin. Yeah, that's right. You know, the guy from Russia. He just praised Mirandreva so much, you know, basically saying she's the future of tennis like I've been saying for a while now. But Iga Swiatek back to the United Cup. She takes out Helgo. Congratulations, Iga. That's a good win. And who do we have next? Oh, Paulina. Jasmine Paulini takes out Chloe Parquet. So that was a good match as well. So tennis in a minute. Get your popcorn. We got Ans. She's coming up. She's going to take on Ekaterina Alexandrova. That's going to be a good match. I'll cover that as well. See you guys soon. Oh, Alicia Parks coming up right now. We'll be right back.